Hello and welcome to the Saturday, August 16th edition of 284 News. I am Jaco Wooding, bringing you our top stories from this week. Thank you so much for joining us. All airports in the British Virgin Islands were closed on Friday afternoon, August 15th, due to anticipated impacts from Hurricane Erin. More in this report. The BVI Airports Authority has announced that Virgin Gorda International Airport and A. George International Airport on Anegada closed at 2 p.m. on Friday, followed by the Terence B. Lettsome International Airport at 5 p.m., in coordination with the Department of Disaster Management and advice from the Antigua Meteorological Service. Managing Director Kurt Minal confirmed that the airports would remain closed until authorities issue an official all-clear and a full safety assessment is completed at each facility. No timeline was provided for the reopening, but further updates are expected soon. Travelers with confirmed bookings for August 16th and 17th are being urged to contact their respective airlines for latest information. The closure comes as Hurricane Erin approaches the northeastern Caribbean, with expected strengthening into a major hurricane by this weekend. Although current forecasts show the center passing north of the territory, authorities warn that even indirect impacts could bring dangerous winds, flooding, and rough seas. Meanwhile, asphalt repairs, which would have commenced this week, have been postponed for another week. This was announced by the Director of the Public Works Department, Jeremy Hodge. Hodge stated they have to carry out some additional work in preparation for impending weather this weekend from Hurricane Erin.
With the threat of the hurricane that is heading our way, we are also in emergency mode, trying to make sure that we inspect and clear all the major gut drains and everything that needs to be done. So the update on the paving is that we will need to postpone it at least for another week until we get our emergency response team off the ground and doing what they need to do. We're in constant communication with the DDM, the Disaster Management Department, feeding information. We're also getting some additional equipment such as radios in the event of anything. While the storm is projected to head north, we're taking every precaution that we need to take to make sure that we are ready. We have already made contact with all the heavy equipment operators that will be working along with the Public Works Department, not only to make sure that we are ready pre-hurricane, but we are ready post-hurricane to make sure all major roadways are open, even secondary roadways, so that persons who may have emergencies can get out and have access to the roadways.
Meanwhile, Works Minister Kai Reimer and BioSafe Project Manager Marquise Maduro said there would have been a 3-day road closure in the Long Swamp area to accommodate sewage pump station work.
There's an urgency for this hole to be closed up before the impending weather comes into the territory. Hence, the contractor is asking for some sort of approval for us to get this work started to help mitigate against anything that would be caused here during additional rains and so forth. So I think we could have the contractor come and say a few words as to what we're intending to do here.
We are up here at the Long Swamp Pump Station Diversion Project. I'm representing BioSafe. My name is Marquise Maduro. I am the project manager for them. We've been explaining to the minister this morning, even though we understand the need to notarize the public, and I know that's very, very vital. We're explaining that we expect a bit of weather this weekend, and due to the fact that we are now down about 16 feet, as you can see behind us, we're trying to employ him. We take some responsibility for that. We're trying to employ him to allow us to go ahead and do the works, hopefully starting today into the next 3 days to get ahead of the weather this weekend. Because as anyone could imagine, while a road closure is an inconvenience, you're talking about government funds, government infrastructure, and doing things the right way. It's very sunny now. You can see I'm sweating. So I'm hoping to maximize that window before the rain starts to fall. So we have about 3 manholes to put in the road. I'm working with the minister at least to put in 2. We will hold the last one to try to minimize the inconvenience, and we hope to really have this whole project wrapped up by the middle of September to the end of September. But the road closure, for this time, we are hoping just to have about 3 or 4 days to do what we have to do and return the access to thoroughfare to the public.
The road closure affected areas from Fine Foods to the East End Police Station. And viewers, with that, we take a quick word from our sponsors. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Just give me my service. Yeah. Just give me my service.
Just give me my service.
Make the switch to CCT and get connected today. Unlimited talk, text, and data. Visit any CCT store or call us at 444-4444. CCT, life unlimited.
Start the year off with more. More speed, more downloading, more savings, and more Fire. CCT Fire Fiber Internet gives you the speed you need to keep the whole family connected. Packages starting at $119 with speeds from 300 megabytes per second, super fast, unlimited downloads, even more reliable connectivity, plus free live streaming TV for the family to enjoy. Sign up for the absolute best fiber internet service in the BVI, CCT Fire, and pay no installation fee. Plus, get CCT Live TV for free. You deserve more. Get more with CCT. Life Unlimited.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying with us. While there have been a lot of criticisms about this year's 71st Emancipation Festival celebrations, Junior Minister for Culture and Tourism, Honorable Luce Hod-Smith, believes it was a success. During the recent Virgin Islands Voice program on Wednesday evening, Hod-Smith stated that she received positive feedback from people about this year's event. She said the chairperson, Natalie Penn-Lake, is meeting with her committee and she would have given a full recap following that and discuss plans for 2026 and beyond.
In my view, and I'm sure it's of others as well, because I've heard comments shared with me that it was a successful festival 2025. It was crime-free. We will hear about that a little bit in a few minutes. But basically, the activities were kicked off with the Prince and Princess show, where we had winners. Our princess was Soraya Stevens, and our prince was Ajante Ellis. And we also had some other royalty in the house, where we coronated our first runner-up from the Miss BVI pageant last year, with Danielle Hodge being crowned Miss BVI 2025. And then we also had the coronation of Mr. and Miss Junior BVI, Kijani Hendrickson Smith as Miss Junior BVI, and Ricardo Palmer as Mr. Junior BVI. They were also coronated this year as well. In an effort to maintain the high standard that we have with pageantry here in the Virgin Islands, because it is part of our heritage that we have, or tradition that we have pageantry throughout our, not just during festival, because there are other pageants throughout the years as well. And then we moved on to the village. The village consisted of 25 booths, sold booths, and there was an extra booth, of course, that was hosted by the festival committee and also housed the police officers that were helping to secure the village to ensure that everyone felt safe. And of course, within the perimeters, we also had 14 vendors who were selling toys and other snacks such as hot dogs, etc. And then, of course, we had the Coney Island rides, which helped to complement the whole festival village to ensure that, there was something for everybody at every age.
The Calypso show this year was without doubt filled with controversy. However, Hod-Smith only released some information concerning that event.
I will skip from talking more about the Calypso show because there still seem to be some issues that need to be addressed. So I will skip that for now until an official statement comes out on the final decision on the changes that were made after the original announcements were made, and then after that, changes were made to the announcement of who the actual winners were, first, second, and third. But there are still some issues surrounding the Calypso show, so until that is resolved, I won't see anything else about that. But it was a good show. I think the contenders were prepared in terms of their stage presence, etc. So I'm kind of skipping a bit, not necessarily going fully into the order in which the schedule of events took place. But I must say that we are truly pleased by the torchlight procession. We had a huge crowd, one of the biggest crowds that we've had for the torchlight procession. And that was very exciting to have all the folks come out, excuse me, and participated. It was massive, it was impressive, it was impactful. And I think that we're getting the message across that the torchlight procession is an important activity that all of us need to participate in. There are, of course, some matters that we have to address. Although it was a very successful festival, there are still some things that we want to address, and then, of course, we will address those during the official wrap-up. But one that I want people to think about when we have the discussion, and it's something that we definitely have to make a decision. Our Rise and Shine Tramp and the parade can no longer be on the same day. So we have to come to some kind of negotiation and some kind of agreement that one has to go. And my take is, and I'll let you know now, the Rise and Shine Tramp should not be removed, because again, that also symbolizes when the people took to the streets, when they're jubilant and heard the news, that along with the torchlight procession, there might be a little bit of difference there, but also the tramp symbolizes when the people took to the streets when they were announced free.
Meanwhile, the BVI Tours Board and Film Commission will host Forbes Travel Guide-led hospitality training sessions on November 10th and 11th, offering free, industry-leading guidance to help local tourism workers enhance guest experiences and service standards. More in this report. The BVI Tours Board and Film Commission has announced that Forbes Travel Guide will once again conduct cutting-edge hospitality training sessions in the territory on the 10th and 11th of November. The BVI Tours Board says with more than 60 years of experience in the hospitality sector, Forbes Travel Guide has been a global leader in sharing its extensive knowledge in tourism and hospitality. It's said their training is designed to enhance various aspects of guest experience, offering insights into the latest trends and best practices in the industry. According to the board, this session is tailored for participants ranging from frontline workers to leadership, providing them with tools to refine their skills and enhance guest satisfaction within the territory. Director of Tourism Clive McCoy commented that over the years, they have seen the need for and a significant impact that these trainings have had on the tourism sector. McCoy said that with the exponential growth in the industry and the diversified aspects of the tourism product, it is important they continue to facilitate these training sessions. He also stated Forbes Travel Guide is the best there is when it comes to communicating excellence and quality hands-on experiences, so he is encouraging their hospitality workers to attend these free sessions. Meanwhile, work on the Long Swamp Diversion sewage project has progressed well, with crews recently installing the second of 3 planned manholes outside the East End Police Station. Project manager Marcus Maduro said the team aimed to complete the most technical aspects of the project this week, with backfilling taking place by Friday, and thanking the public for cooperating with recent traffic diversions.
Hi, good morning. My name is Marquis Maduro of Project Management and Construction Solutions. I am project managing on behalf of BioSafe Treatment and Septic Solutions, who is the contractor responsible for the Long Swamp Diversion Sewage Project. Yesterday was successful. We were able to install 45 feet of drain, about 19-inch drain pipe into the forced manhole. And today we're hoping to add about 30 feet from that manhole that was installed last night to a second manhole that we'll be installing today. It's a total of 3 manholes that we're installing in the thoroughfare right outside the Eastern Police Station and LJDVI block. We're doing it in 2 sections. The first section is the 2 manholes, one, as mentioned, that we installed last night, and one we're hoping to install today. The subsequent lines will be put in, so that section or that half of the sewage that comes from Greenland could be completed, and maybe in a week or 2, once we discuss with the ministry about when we can get a next road closure, we will then be installing the last manhole, which will be the third, coming from the LGD side or Fine Food side. So the weather has been great. We are making significant progress, and we hope to have the most technical aspects completed today. Hopefully we'll be able to backfill tomorrow ahead of the weather on Saturday. So we continue to thank the public for its cooperation, and we hope people are paying attention to the diversions. We've had a few people try to squeeze through, but continue to bear with us, and we'll be soon finished. Thank you for your assistance, and thank you for the Ministry of Communication and Works for allowing us to complete this contract on the behalf of the government of the Virgin Islands.
And viewers, with that, we take a quick word from our sponsors. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
As the winds start to whisper of approaching storms, it's time to safeguard your sanctuary.
Hey, have you checked your insurance policy lately?
Not recently. Why?
It's very important to check your insurance policy before the hurricane season.
That's a good idea. I'll reach out to my provider and get some information.
Awesome. Come, son, let's plan for emergencies together. We're gonna include your favorite comfort kit.
Thanks, Dad. That makes me feel safer.
We're packing extra medications and extra batteries for your hearing aid.
And by the way, don't forget my glasses.
Okay, Pops.
Alright, let me see. Okay.
What's going on, dog? What you saying? You good? You got truck? How you on here doing? I hear trimming some of the branches to make sure they don't cause a frig when the storm come.
Fair point. I gotta go clean out the gutter them down by me so nothing don't build up. You know how that could go sometimes.
Makes sense. That sounds good. We gotta be prepared.
Facts.
Sometimes we get off track, but that's okay.
Yo, thanks for chilling with the dog today, you know.
Man, anytime, you know I got you.
Yeah, but the place so damn hot now. And you know the old people, them say when it's so hot, a storm somewhere out there coming.
Listen, I rebuke that in the name of great God of the universe, okay? Let me move these stuff so they don't cause a problem.
Alright, me want my neighbor window get knocked out and tell me, son.
Remember, we're in this together. Reach out to your community, lend a hand, and shield each other from the storm's challenges. A message from the Department of Disaster Management and 284 Media.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying with us. This year marked a significant milestone for Kicking It's team as they extended the Kicking It honors to include regional and international creatives for the very first time. Understanding the interconnectedness of the creative ecosystem, inspiration and connection at every level, local, regional, and international, play a significant part. Ron Grant had the opportunity to join the event and interview a number of the attendees as well as the honorees. Take a look at how things went down.
Hello everyone, I'm Ron Grant coming to you live and direct from Tortola in the Virgin Islands. 284 Media, of course, celebrating, toasting to the second annual Toast Reception and Awards. Now, Kicking It with Kyra has once again taken it to another level. This year is Together we bloom, speaking on the collaboration and the excellence that comes with collaboration, not only regionally, internationally, but on the local scene as well. We get an opportunity to see firsthand the honorees, speak to them, and celebrate the magnificence that is creatives. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with one of the members of the Kickin' It team, the lovely Adriana Several. Adriana, how are you? Happy festival, first of all.
Happy festival.
Wonderful. Tell me your role within this team.
I'm the public relations manager for Kickin' It.
Wonderful. So when you look back at the journey, of course, this is the second annual toast, and this year's theme is Together We Bloom. What are you most proud of?
I had to say this when we were getting dressed. I was like, it's really quiet and not as hectic. So I must give it up to the team. It's extremely organized. The level of work put in this year into the details, into planning, into communicating. There is somebody that's doing something, and even if they're not assigned, the way this team works, someone's gonna pick up wherever. They're like, where can I fill in? There's a gap, where can I fill in? I think the teamwork is so in sync. That's something I love when working with an organization like Kickin' It.
Wonderful. Now, when you look back at the progress, of course, and getting the word and the messaging out, today we're honoring a number of persons, not only locally, but regionally and internationally. As a Virgin Islander, when you look at the creative process and how far we've come, what would you say to up-and-coming creatives?
I think, don't stop. Just, the world is your oyster. There are so much resources available to the generation now as opposed to the generation, my generation or even before me, but definitely mine when the digital age was coming out, but now they're in the middle of it. There's AI, there's so many things to help someone who wants to be in this field. And there's so many resources available, free resources, or even just partnering and volunteering and working with organizations like Kickin' It that also helps provide opportunities. Coming in a few months, there's CultureCon, and that's big on providing.
We've both been to CultureCon.
Oh yeah, and that's
compliments of Kickin' It.
Compliments of Kickin' It and all the work that Kyra has done in networking abroad and making sure that Virgin Islanders have these opportunities to just be immersed in this. It's like a colorful cultural explosion. That's what I said. I called it my Instagram in real life. All the people that I followed on Instagram were walking around me, and I was just like dumbfounded. And they're like real life people like me and you.
Of course.
The opportunities to speak to them and the one-on-ones and whatever advice or just having them know a part of your network. That's an amazing opportunity. And that's what Kickin' It does, trying to provide the Virgin Islanders with the tools and inspiration that they need to keep going and achieving their dreams.
Thank you so much for the time and enjoy the evening. And congratulations to you and, of course, your team members, Kyra, of course, everyone.
Kyra, the founder, Kyra, wherever she is, we're going to bring her down. We're going to have her come.
Absolutely.
To everyone. Thank you. Have a good evening.
We are here with the one and only Mr. Michael Winter of the Virgin Islands, Tortola Virgin Islands, that is. Michael, first of all, congratulations, and thank you so much for your contributions to not only the culture, but preserving and making sure that the Virgin Islands is memorable in the hearts of the entire world through photography. I want to ask you, what does this honor even mean to you?
Well, it means the world because I'm being recognized for something that I love to do and displaying the Virgin Islands on a higher scale and trying to put us on a bigger map.
Yeah. Now we're celebrating our 31st Emancipation celebrations. What does the festival time mean to you? What do you enjoy most about it?
Oh, well, seeing the parade and how we celebrate the emancipation and seeing all the colorful flags and stuff like that. So, yeah.
All right, now this year's theme for Toast is Together We Bloom. As a creative, as someone who has worked with a number of creatives and different persons in different industries, what does Together We Bloom mean to you?
Well, in the photography field, we have a lot of photographers that we connect and share ideas and stuff like that. And we teach one another like different stuff that one person might not have known. So it's like together we are going to get at a higher scale together. Yeah.
Understood. What do you want up and coming photographers and creatives to understand about the journey and trusting the process?
Well, it's all about patience because you might be taking pictures, you post it, not much people will see it, but there's always one person that's going to see it, that's going to elevate you to a higher level, yeah.
Wonderful. Well, keep doing damn thing. All right. Keep pushing the culture and much success to you.
Thank you so much.
Stefan, you are one of the performers, the headlining performers tonight at second annual Toast. What does it mean for you to be a part of this celebration and adding to the creative space by performing?
It makes me feel it makes me feel great, firstly, but to be headlining with my peers such as Tuma and Kenda K is not something that I would have even grasped the concept of before I dropped Nori or before I came down from school, you know. But Kyra has always been a super supporter of me. So when she reached out to do this, my answer was yes. There was no contemplating. But this means a lot to me, you know. I feel like it's creating a safe space for a lot of creatives to come out and feel like their work is being appreciated and loved. So yeah.
When you think of the theme for this year, blooming together, what does that mean for you as a professional?
Unity, giving people their flowers and showing appreciation for even small stuff, you know. It's just a sense of loving and unity and bringing everybody together, giving everybody their flowers. You know, that's also a concept this year. So, yeah.
What can we expect from myself and the fellow guests? What can we expect tonight from your performance?
A mix of everything. I'm kind of doing some Nori and doing some of my stuff before Nori. So and even some stuff after. So I'm excited to see how the feedback would be from that. As my first time performing some of these songs as well. So yeah, second ever performance. Super excited to get that.
Well, thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with the one and only Ayaz, Mr. Jones, straight out of Caribbean. I want to welcome you first of all. Welcome home. Welcome back home. And second of all, congratulations on your honor tonight. What does it feel like for you as a fellow Virgin Islander to be recognized by your very own?
Believe it or not, I've achieved a lot in my lifetime. I'm saying from here to globally, but nothing beats being recognized by your people. You know what I'm saying? Because this is where I started for me. And when it's all over, this is where I want to be. So to be appreciated, be acknowledged, to be loved by your people, there's nothing bigger than that.
Exceptional. Now, this year's theme for the second annual Toast is Together We Bloom. As an artist, Together We Bloom. That's it. That's the theme. As a fellow creative, as an artist, what does that mean to you?
Just being that I'm accepting the Trailblazer Award, that means a lot for me because growing up, wanting to do music, there wasn't much. It's either you're doing Fungi music and that's it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we didn't have the tools, we didn't have the know-how or anything like that. So, and as far as dreaming, it wasn't on the table. It's not on the table. So at least now I could be a light for people to say like, hey, it is possible. We can do this. Keydron did it. Ayaz did it. So let's go. You ain't got an excuse.
Exceptional. Now, I want to ask you about the process. Of course, having been within the industry for a number of years, when you look back, what are you most proud of?
Right now, right here, this moment right here, being acknowledged by my people. This is my proudest moment right now because it's good to be acknowledged by everybody else everywhere. All of that's fine and dandy, but if your people don't acknowledge you, it don't hit the same.
Understood. It is festival and we're celebrating our 71st Emancipation Festival. I have a few fun questions for you. What's your favorite local food?
Local food? Saltfish, of course.
Okay. All right, saltfish. Your favorite local drink, be it alcoholic or non-alcoholic?
Passion fruit juice.
Okay.
Mixed with lemonade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your favorite sister island?
Just one night.
Okay. And if you could take someone from Virgin Islands yesteryear, and that just means that the person is no longer with us, who would that be and why?
If I could do what?
Take someone from Virgin Islands yesteryear, the person is no longer with us, take them to lunch or dinner, who would that person be and why?
That's a very good question.
Personally or professionally?
My grandma. There you go. My grandma.
I figured I was going to get that answer.
Yeah, if she were here right now, look, a bunch of lunch on me.
And that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com. Like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. I'm Jacka Wooding, and I will see you again very soon. Have yourself a safe and enjoyable weekend. Goodbye.